Hey guys, Jessica here with AZ Shooting Sports. I wanted to talk today about choosing a full-size firearm if you want to move up and start competition, especially for my ladies out there. It can be a little intimidating which firearm to choose and why. So for me, I'll tell you a little bit about what I did. I have a compact 9mm Sig Sauer. I also have a little 380. I'll probably do those in a different video. Absolutely love those guns. If I could have used them, I probably would have, but they're not legal. So one of the first things that you can do is go on to USPSA, their website, and find out what is legal and what's not. They'll also tell you which division each firearm fits in, and they have some nice lists there for you to choose what appeals to you. So for me, this is my baby. Do the safety check there. I left the slide open, so you should hopefully be able to see that there is nothing in there. There it is. You can see all the way to the bottom. Anyway, this is my baby. It's a Smith and Wesson M&P Pro Core Series. It's a 5-inch barrel. They do make these in a 4.25 inch, and this one's the bigger one in the 5-inch. Basically, all the core means is that the slide right there already has a little cutout for it. So when you're ready to add an optic, 2 Allen wrench screws are out, and then they give you some plates like this. There's plates and screws in there, and a little chart. I believe it's 7 different optics that this will fit. For me, I got the older model, the Loophole. I got the Delta Point, let's see, the 7.5 MOA. My understanding is that they're actually not making these ones anymore, and they have a new series that came out, which is the 2 or the Pro, and those are about twice the price of what you can pick up the one that I have for. So when I'm ready, I would absolutely love to do open division, and I will probably go ahead and put that onto here, but it is definitely nice to have the option. If you're going to stay with the iron sights for any length of time, it might be worth it to just get the M&P Pro or the M&P regular without getting the core model, because it does make the price a little higher for this option. In any case, this is my weapon. It's a 9mm, and I have put a ton of rounds through this in the last couple months. Absolutely love it. Because of the optic that you would put on it, you can see that the sights, the iron sights, are quite high. And the reason that they do that is so when you put the optic on it, you can co-witness, meaning you can still use the iron sights through the optic should it fail. Now this does come with 2 magazines, standard. They're 17 round magazines, and then you can put 1 in the chamber. So technically it's 17 plus 1. And that's really nice when you have a high capacity like that, so you don't have to reload as much. Again, the ergonomics for this, for me, being a smaller female, are great. All you do when you get this is you take this little tool and turn it sideways, which can be a little tricky sometimes, and then you pull that out, and then this part actually comes on and off. And they give you a bunch of different sizes. They give you small, medium, and large. This is the giant man hand large size. So something like this, I wouldn't really be able to get my hand around it, but it is nice if you're going to have somebody else shoot it, or when you get it, it's nice to have the option of these. I tried the medium for a while till I realized that, yeah, it has to be the small for me, and that way I can actually get my hand all the way around it. So there's a lot of features I absolutely love with this gun. I've actually done quite a bit of internal work. This is a limited division gun. Basically nothing's been altered on the outside of it, not even the sights. Everything's the same on the outside except for this stippling right here and right here that I had done. And in addition, I did a ton of work, and I'll probably do some other videos going over some of the things that I've done. This trigger was really bad when I got it, and a lot of people complain about the triggers in these. And I feel like once you fix the trigger, then most of your problems with this gun are solved. I've done quite a bit of work to it myself. You know, I put the polymer trigger on there. I did a new trigger spring, bringing it down to 3 pounds. I did a hard sear, a new sear spring, and I did the RAM, which is the reset assist mechanism. And basically that's a neat thing, because this trigger before, so now it has a little audible click when the trigger resets, which it did not. So there's the trigger, and now it has that little click, which it did not have before. So super cool, but they're all inside modifications, so it's still legal. It doesn't have to go to open, and I'll probably do some other videos about how I did some of those things. Super easy to do. You can get the parts online, order them, and do them at home by yourself. I love that fact that you can work on this gun so easily, so that's one of the reasons I purchased it also. So anyway, if you're looking for a super reliable, awesome firearm, I would get something like this. Obviously, I love it, and it might turn into my open gun, it might not. But for starting out, I would highly recommend the Smith and Wesson M&P, either Pro or the Core. Any of their models have been really, really excellent. The only thing that I would add, especially for my smaller ladies out there, even though this is pretty much the entry level 9mm, it's not a 40, it's not a 45, it still takes a lot of practice to be able to manage that recoil effectively. So for me, it was probably 500, 600 rounds to be able to manage that. For you, it might be a little more, it might be a little less. But practice, 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 and that always will help with that. Also, I would suggest making sure you have a qualified instructor. That helped me a lot with some little tips and tricks to be able to do that. And in some of the other videos I have online, this is actually the gun that I'm shooting. Right now, this is all I'm using for competition, and I feel like I don't need anything else. So my whole setup that I'll do a video of next is my Safariland gear that holsters this gun, and it's been a really excellent setup for me. So I would suggest do your research, ask for help, learn, go to some indoor ranges or borrow guns and shoot them and find out what works really well for you. That way you'll be happy and confident when you go to the range. Until next time, thanks for watching.